Hi, loves. How are you doing today? So I'm not gonna lie, I was like a little bit nervous to press record or play or whatever I press, go live on this because I'm bringing a really sensitive topic up today. And it's not my intention to be pushy or to shame anyone in any way. So that's why I was kind of nervous before I press go live because I was like, how do I say what I want to say in the way that's really in my heart? But I'm just going to go for it because that's the best that I can do. So I wanted to talk to you today about what to do and what I feel like to do when you really want something but you can't afford it, or you feel like you can't afford it. So if there's something that's really calling to your soul, something that's really resonant for you, but you choose not to step into that for the reason because you feel like you can't afford it. So Amanda Stratt and Amanda Dunstan just joined. We have two Amandas, double A team just coming on. So this is inspired by Divine Feminine in business for sure, but this discussion is not just around Divine Feminine in business. So we have our 8-month Divine Feminine in business training. Doors close tomorrow night. So that's what is really inspiring this discussion, but I want you to understand that this applies for any investment that you might be feeling into that you're not sure about, whether it's someone else's coaching program, whether it's an investment to go travel, whether it's an investment in your health in some way. Amanda says, hey girl, good timing, just got back, awesome. And so what's been happening is, well, I've had a lot of amazing women stepping into Divine Feminine in business. That's not the issue. That's awesome. But I know, like, Archangel Michael has told me how many women could be deeply served by this journey. And a fraction of that amount of women have shown up, albeit the number was rather large of how many women could be served by the journey. But I've been connecting with some of these women, and I'm hearing from some of these women. A lot of the women are making the jump, which is awesome. This isn't to shame at all anyone who's not, if you're feeling resonant, but I've been hearing like I'm a resonant fit, but I'm not making enough money right now, or I can't afford it, and I'm just not there yet. I'm also hearing like I've really wanted to do this program. I even saw it last year and I really wanted to do it, but I'm just not there yet. And what I really want to communicate is that when we make decisions from that place of lack, they're usually not decisions that are fueled by our higher self. Because I want you to sit and feel into if it's Divine Feminine in business, or there's another thing that you're thinking about signing up for or joining. Is the reason why you're not joining because you don't have the money, or is it not a resonant fit? So there's a really big difference. So first off, if you're thinking about, oh, that looks kind of cool, but you're not signing up, feel into it, meditate with it. Is it actually just not a resonant fit? There's a couple programs that mentors of mine are releasing recently, and they look really cool. They have an investment in them. I wouldn't mind necessarily making the investment, but I just feel like it's not a full resonant fit for me. I don't feel like I have spaciousness right now in my life. For me, my investment in myself, the big one over the next few months, is I'm going to Peru, and I'm going to do a 2-week all women's ayahuasca plant medicine retreat. And that's what I'm investing in for my own growth. And that's what I feel like I need to do. So first off, we want to have the discussion of, stop saying that you can't afford it if it's just not a resonant fit. So if something that you're interested in, and you're just, well, I don't have the money for that right now, that's actually creating a spell, and that's disempowering you, when maybe the truth is it's just not a resonant fit. Okay, so feel into that. If you've been interested in Divine Feminine in business, but you haven't signed up, is it because of the money, or is it because it's not a resonant fit? And if you go and not a resonant fit, great, awesome. Like, full power to you. I always encourage people to go sign up for what is a resonant fit, and that's it, and that's all. But if it is a resonant fit, if there is this fit in you, even with, say, the Divine Feminine Business Temple, and you really feel like, I feel like I would be really served by it, but there's fear there that says like, no. What I was really reflecting on this morning is that I was feeling sad that patriarchy is still winning in so many cases, because when something is a resonant fit for our souls, and when our intuition does guide us and is guiding us to that, and then we say no because we're scared about the money, we're not trusting in God, Goddess. We are trusting in the patriarchal system and the patriarchal mindset of lack, and we're allowing, we're allowing money to enslave us. When we're making decisions, when we have an intuitive hit that says, this would be right for me, I want this is a soul fit for me, but we say no because we believe that the money's not there, We allow money to enslave us, and we continue to anchor in the patriarchal paradigm. And that's not what we're here to do. If something is a resonant fit and something is intuitively guiding you towards it, then that's the time to leave the old paradigm mindset and to trust in God, to trust in spirit and go, if my intuition is guiding me towards this investment or towards this idea, I'm going to trust that I will be provided for. And that moves mountains. I want to be so clear with you that for years I was in this mindset. I get it. I didn't invest in myself. I'm sorry, I'm coughing away. My throat chakra is like, whoa. I didn't invest in myself because I was scared, because I felt like I couldn't afford it. But when I started to have this wealth consciousness shift and went, of course, like, let me just use this. I think the first investment was Elaine Kalila, who was featured in the free series for Divine Feminine in Business. I gave her $444 US to step into I think a 3-month journey, and that 3-month journey changed my life. And from there, I invested in like $900 in 3 coaching sessions with a mentor. I invested in like $4,000 for a retreat with a mentor. I kept investing because I wanted to be the kind of woman that I envisioned myself to be. And that kind of woman went through these doors of opportunities and went through the fire and believed in herself enough and believed in God enough and knew that God was there and I could trust. And through stepping into these opportunities, these gateways, I was actually able to increase my vibration and to increase my ability to bring in abundance because I invested in opening doors, right? So Amanda says, I trust I will be provided for. Amanda's saying, take a drink. And that's really important to me because I'm getting, like, I get a lot of messages about like people want help and people feel like they're just, and then the same situation, they're in the same situation 2 years ago messaging me as they are today. And I want everyone to understand, no matter what the investment is, it doesn't have to be about Divine Feminine in Business. What is needed for us to step into being the kind of woman that we want to be, those abundant women, is for us to make the decision. For us to realize that money is not outside of us and you're not waiting on the money. A lot of people are like, I can't join Divine Feminine Business because the money hasn't shown up. The money is inside of you. And what is so key for this wealth consciousness shift in this new 5D paradigm is for us to realize that the money's inside of us, and we need to make the decision that we're going to unlock that money and let it come out. God is the source of our money and we are God. We are goddess. Goddess is the source of our money and we are goddess. So when we make that decision to unlock that money within us and saying, I'm going to align with my intuition and I'm going to step into the next level of the person that I want to be, we actually unlock that money and it just shows up. I've had so many women sign up for my programs that from the start are like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to afford this. I'm putting this on my credit card. And they felt really in lack consciousness. And those women ended up paying me every single month, meeting their investments and actually having some really cool things happen to them that increase their level of abundance. And those women are in different places than they were when they started. It's because they were willing to trust their intuition and take the leap. And that's what's required of us to leave this old lack consciousness paradigm. So again, this is not to put pressure on about Divine Feminine Business or in any way. This is about in any investment in your life that your intuition is guiding you to. It could be working with another coach. It could be booking a plane ticket. It could be getting a massage. Whatever that is, we need to be able to trust that we're going to be provided for as we take this leap. And I'm connecting with so many women and so many energies that we're still so in this lack mentality and we're still in this old paradigm. And I just want everyone to understand that when we pray for guidance and a program shows up or something shows up that we're in intuitive resonance for, that's an answer to our prayers. And when we say, no, God, I can't afford it, I'm not going to do that, we doubt God and we go back to the patriarchal bullshit old paradigm and we keep ourselves stuck. And I've seen it happening years and years for people that are messaging me, I want help, but say, I can't afford to work with you yet. And they say the same thing for years and they stay in the same places because they don't trust that God is available for them. If you really want something, if you're a really resonant fit, you'll always find a way. The women that are signing up for Divine Feminine Business, a couple of them booked clarity calls with me, having no idea how they could afford this. And I offered them flexible payment plans and they moved things around and going, oh my God, I can actually afford this. That's so cool, because they were willing to just leave a little bit of a window open for God, Goddess to show up and help them, right? And I really want to imbue this message with the truth of what is coming through and what it actually is, because I feel like I can see the keys for so many of us to get into a new paradigm with our abundance and get into a new paradigm, the fifth dimensional consciousness, where we're all provided for. But I see a lot of us not taking those keys out of fear. And I get it. I get that money seems like this big, real thing, but it's not. It's always available for us. There's literally money flying through the air right now. We live in an electronic world. There's people transferring millions of dollars through me, whizzing through the air, right? We can just go, take it. That's literally how it works. We get to be magicians. So, and Allison says, what if the money just isn't there right now, hun? For me, there's always ways. Like, so you can have room on your credit card potentially. You can ask somebody, maybe someone in your family, for a bit of a loan. You can, maybe if you need to pick up some part-time shifts, you can pick up some part-time shifts somewhere. You can offer a dog sitting service. You can make dream catchers and sell them at the market. You can look at your skills and your talents and what you have available. The money is always there. That's the thing. That's what I'm telling you. The money's always there. You make the decision to not see the money. You make the decision to say, I'm choosing to not see the money. It's not there. Do you realize how powerful you are? That you have that decision within you to say, the money's not there, so I'm not going to see it. The money's always there. I have gotten so creative over the years of having, like, you know, the first few years of my business, just like really just getting by. I've gotten so creative. Like, if I couldn't pay my rent, that time that I shared about yesterday when I didn't have enough money to eat, the day before that, just to eat that day, I went out and I sat in front of the bookstore and I asked if I could do tarot readings in front of the bookstore. And I made like $60 so I could eat for the next few days, just creatively, right? Like, the money is always available if we get creative. So this isn't about, like I said, one program or another. This is about, are you willing to make the decision that the money is inside of you energetically? And you're willing to leave this old story that you have to wait for it to show up on the outside. This is going to trigger some people for sure. Some people are going to be like, Beth, you just don't get it. I just don't have the money. I lived that reality for a long time. And I'm telling you that the way that I have a lot of money in my bank account and I'm able to travel the world and do my thing and invest in what I want is because I fucking made the decision. I made the decision to say, you know what? I think that actually what's happening is the money is inside of me, that the abundance is inside of me, and I'm going to really do the work and roll up my sleeves to open up to that frequency. And then it just started to show up more and more. So I honor in any ways that I might be triggering people, but this is a really important message to share because it needs to be said, because I'm having so many women message me and say that they can't afford this or that. And what I see intuitively for them is, no, you're just not making the decision to step into the reality that you're ready to step into because of fear. And girlfriend, I did it for many years. I get it. This is not to shame people at all. Like, I really want to communicate that. But this is Kali Ma energy. We're feeling fiery in the eclipse. We have fire in our temple right now that I'm bringing in the last few days. And whether it's, say Divine Feminine Business is something you resonate, but maybe it just still seems too far out of reach. How can you look at, what can you invest in that maybe is like $50 that's going to bring more abundance into your life? Can you invest in a wealth consciousness book, right? Can you use the money, the resources that you do have to open up those doors? Can you spend $20 on Amazon and get a book like this, Money, a Love Story by Kate Northrup, and invest in your wealth consciousness? Can you get an audio book around wealth consciousness? Can you sign up for a program that's maybe $100 around wealth consciousness? Like, I've really had that shift recently where I've been looking at the money that I do have or the money available to me. And I go, how can I invest this money to actually bring more abundance into my life? So this is a lot different than going to Starbucks every day and spending, $300 a month on coffee out, right? This is about, okay, so if I have, $1,000 available to me right now, let's say, and that $1,000 can sit there. This is a really big shift that I'm having recently, honestly. Or I have, maybe I could invest $300 of that into, maybe there's a wealth consciousness program out there that just came into your reality. And you're like, well, I'd rather have the money in the bank account. I'm not going to get it because if I spend $300, then I have $300 less. But that's actually such bullshit, because when you spend your investments with your intuition backing you, that actually brings in a wave of abundance and allows you to step into a new frequency and a new reality. So if you spend $300 on that wealth consciousness program, you know, you might be looking at, through the domino effect, $80,000 or $100,000 coming into your life over the next 10 years, more than would have, or the next 5 years and the next 3 years, because you invested in a shift in your consciousness. I usually don't have this, like, my throat chakra. I think I'm just like nervous to say this because I know that it's like going to trigger people. So my throat chakra is like, and I'm just like, no, I'm going to say it. But yeah, I just want us to look at money as like something that's very fluid, something that's always there, not so finite, not so like, I only have this available. This is all I have available to me. That's not reality. Money is, the source of money is you. The source of money is inside of you. It's very fluid. And as we learn to surrender more and more and let those doors in, we'll see. And especially if we learn to use our money with presence and going, okay, my intuition told me to invest in this, I'm going to do that. You better believe that your intuition is masterminding things behind the scenes, that one investment, whether that's in a massage, a wealth consciousness training, a book, divine feminine business, whatever that is going to bring so much more abundance into your life than you could have received without that. And I know not everyone's ready to hear this message, because I don't think I would have been at some point in my journey. I would have been like, okay, fine, Beth, like, that sounds nice. You have money in the bank. Like, you don't know how it is. You know, that's what I probably would have felt if I heard this 5 years ago. Seriously. But the essence of it, let me just feel into, is you have more options. We all have more options than we think. And sometimes it's scary, but I would way rather us be really wise about our investments. I'm not saying spend frivolously at all. I don't believe in that. I feel like we should be really present with what we spend our money on. But if there's something that is a resonant fit, again, if we say, okay, this really resonates with my soul, but I just don't have the funds right now, we're relying on an old patriarchal system of lack rather than God Goddess. Because God Goddess, source energy, knows exactly how that money is going to come to you. Like, knows exactly how that money is going to get into your bank account and has like 100 options. But if you decide within yourself and say, it's just not available to me because of old conditioning, then you make that reality true for yourself and you just close the doors. I've done it a million times. I'm probably still doing it in my life, you know, in various ways. And that's what I want everyone to really understand, including myself on deeper levels, that it's a decision to open up to who we really are. And it took me a while to change my beliefs in order to allow money to flow like that, and for me to just decide that it was just going to be there. Like, I've just decided that money's just going to be there. And it's things like this, like the wealth consciousness, you know, investing in that. So we do this in Divine Feminine in Business. The doors close tomorrow night. The first 2 months are entirely devoted to anchoring in a deeper degree of trust in the Great Mother in the universe that we're supported, and to change our subconscious beliefs around wealth consciousness. So if you're a resonant fit for this, but you think, I just can't afford it, it's just not there, the first 2 months are entirely geared to shift your vibration around money. Don't you, in your heart of hearts, feel that if for 2 months you anchor into just working on a new vibration around money, you're going to be able to bring in well over $888 or even $2,222 or whatever the investment is? You're going to be able to bring in so much more than that. So stop putting yourself in this box that's not real, when whatever your soul is calling you to do is going to be the right fit for you, whether it's this or whether it's something else. Like, you know, my friend Shona has a beautiful program closing tomorrow night with the Magdalene. My mentor Eden has an amazing program right now to learn how to heal with the Divine Masculine. Like, there's so many delicious programs out there. It's just really about what you resonate with, and you're not going to resonate with all of them, and maybe you only do one thing a year, and that's fine. But just knowing that it's up to you, that the money is always there, and like, really feel the truth of that. The money is always there. Look at a tree and look how many leaves it has just on one tree, and then look at a forest and look at the millions and billions of leaves that are just on that one tree. The fabric and the flow of the universe is wild abundance. And in order for us to create a new paradigm not based on patriarchy, we need to start making those decisions to see what's real, to see the abundance that's always available to us. And it's a journey and it's an initiation. I'm not saying this is easy. I'm not saying there isn't fear that's going to come up. But all I know is when I made those decisions and I said, you know, yes, Eden, I'm going to spend $4,000 to get to spend 4 days with you in this retreat because my soul says yes. I've never spent that much money on 4 days, but I'm going to do it. Guess what? The universe backed me. I didn't have the money right away. I had to be put on a payment plan, a longer term payment plan than she was offering other people. But the universe backed me, and I was actually able to easily afford that as well as 2 other programs throughout that year. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you for showing up. The universe is real. The universe is real. The universe is really supporting us. So feel into that. Feel into how that serves you or fits into your life today, knowing that a part of our work as light workers to shift this paradigm is to look and have a relationship with money and to start to bring really deeply our spirituality and our spiritual beliefs into money and not have it just be in our mind, right? Oh, it'll just happen one day. No, it'll happen when you get in your body and your lower chakras and go, oh, I'm open, I've remembered. So the way I do this is I go sit with a tree. I breathe into Mother Earth. I feel her profound. You know, Mother Earth has provided for your ancestors and my ancestors for thousands and thousands of years. Mother Earth has provided our ancestors with food, with clothing, with shelter. Everything that we've ever needed to live on planet Earth abundantly has come directly from Mother Earth. She supported our ancestors, your ancestors behind you, for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. When you connect and sit with a tree and breathe all that, you go, whoa, you've always been there. You've been there for my whole family, for my whole lineage. You're here for me now. I'm breathing your fresh air. I'm eating your food. And allow your vibration to connect in with that and see what miracles will happen when you align with Mother Earth's frequency that she's always got you. Oh my God, she's always got you. So I'm just like holding you, like I'm just sending love to you wherever you're at. I don't mean to patronize you or to shame you in any way or to make you feel like maybe if because you don't feel like you have the money that there's something wrong with you and you're not doing something right. I don't make you want to feel like that in any way. But I just wanted to have this really strong call because I've been there. And like, if I didn't share this with you, I would be doing a disservice because it did take some tough love for me to realize that I had the money in me all along. And that's where it was. It wasn't outside of myself. So sending lots of love to you. The door is closed for Divine Feminine in Business tomorrow night at midnight. This is, oh my God, my voice is going crazy. Nuts, throat chakra. Yeah, the door is closed tomorrow night at midnight. I won't be opening this program for 1 more year. If you don't sign up and you're a really resonant fit, well, that's fine. But just imagine what would happen in your life. In this 8-month program, I'm literally teaching you and guiding you to create a business from start to actually having like an online program or a group coaching program or something even happening in your local community, and having everything set up, your entire business set up, and you'll already have made money. It's very likely that you'll have made your investment back from the program by the time we finish, because the essence of the program is to help you share your gifts and receive abundance for them. So feel into that. We close the doors tomorrow night. And with the eclipse, the full moon, this is going to be a really powerful circle. The women that have already stepped in are amazing. And there's so much sisterhood support for you there. So I love you. I'm sending you so much love and joy. And I also want to mention too that I'm not the bank. So if you're like a little bit nervous about investing and you're not 100% sure, you want to trust in God, but you're just not fully sure. Like if you need to leave after 3 or 4 months in the program because it's just still not happening for you, you can leave. There's no contract for you. You can leave and you can. That's okay. I'm not the bank. I don't care. I want what's best for everybody. So know that there's a lot of flexibility. There's a lot of options for you. There's a lot of gifts being showered to you in a lot of different ways, whether it's this or something else. God's got you. God's got you. God's got me. And may the whole world know that. May I know that deeper and deeper levels. May you know that on deeper in levels. May we all know that and understand that and come back to that truth. God's got us. So And Sherry's here. Hi, love. Allison says, I love the Northrops. And Amanda says, all change isn't instant either. It's a process. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. So sending you so much love. Would be so excited to hold space for you in Divine Feminine and business if that feels right for you. And if you're still on the fence, you can ask Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael, is this program right for me? Will this bring in more abundance into my life than the investment? You can just put that hand on your heart. Archangel Michael, is Divine Feminine in business right for me? Will this investing in this journey bring in more abundance and opportunity into my life than the financial investment? And just feel into that and let yourself be guided, because honestly, very few things I love more than holding space for women's transformations and seeing them share their gifts and create what their soul is longing to create and work with them intimately. I love it. And I just, if I can serve anybody else in this, I really want to, because this work is really deep. Okay, so lots of love. Sherry says, I'm excited to get started and grow my journey. Sherry's joined us and she's so awesome. And I'm so excited about that. So much love. Thanks for hanging out with me and have an awesome day. Bye.